I gave $1,000 to 3 different crypto trading bots and let them run for a full 10 days. One of them crushed it, one of them lost money, and the third one did something I didn't expect. But here's the fun part, because for these bots to work, you actually have to input settings. Now, our first bot settings is actually going to be managed by none other than ChatGPT. The second bot settings are going to be managed by none other than the Pionex base settings, which is the exchange on which we're going to run the bots. And the third bot settings are going to be input by none other than myself. What I hope with this experiment is that the bots will actually beat the market, but I kind of also want my bot to beat ChatGPT. Anyways, what bot are we going to run? What am I talking about? Well, first of all, it's going to be a spot grid trading bot in cryptocurrency. Now, that might sound complicated. Give me a couple seconds to explain. A grid trading bot is a software or a program that automates the process of buying and selling cryptocurrencies. So what it does is basically buying low and selling high, like we're all trying to do in the market, except this goes on 24/7. It automates everything. Once you put in the parameters, you forget about it. You chill. That's it. Honestly, I'm kind of like shocked with the results. Oh, you thought I was gonna like show you the actual results after like 1 minute?
You naughty. You teasing me, you naughty.
Nah, my whole job here is like, first of all, educating you on these great trading bots. Secondly, keeping you watching for longer. So stick around for the rest of the video, because I'll also be doing a $100 giveaway for 10 lucky people. If you're new here, my name is Marcel, aka SMOKLM. I hope you're doing well. Today I'm wearing the Moon Swatch, the mission to Jupiter. I actually need to get a new band for this because this thing's a pain. Anyways, let's hop into it, because I know you're impatient to see, like, could I beat ChatGPT's ass? Like, what's going on? As I mentioned in the introduction, we're going to be running our bots on Pionex. It's basically one of the top cryptocurrency exchanges. Like, you might have heard about Binance, Coinbase, Crypto.com. All those are cryptocurrency exchanges. You can see them right here. If we scroll down just a tiny bit, you can see that Pionex is actually 37th, which isn't bad, because like, if you keep scrolling down, there's like way more that are ranked lower. The reason we're using Pionex is because they're one of the only ones that specialize in trading bots. And by specialize, I also mean that you don't have to pay an upfront fee to run these bots, which I like very much. I mean, it says it on their homepage right here. Use bots to automatically buy low and sell high. Start with just $2. Now, if you're a US citizen, you can use Pionex.us, which we're doing today. If you're not a US citizen, you can use Pionex.com. They have one exchange specialized for US and one exchange for the rest of the world. That's just because of different regulations, obviously. The main difference being that Pionex.com allows you to do futures bots, which means leverage, which is riskier but can be more profitable, but riskier. On Pionex US, you will need to KYC, meaning verify your ID. On Pionex.com, the KYC is basically inputting which country you're from, your name, and they don't require ID that I know of. So let's say you were a US citizen that wanted to do futures. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but they don't require ID. The safest thing to do, though, is spot trading bots, not futures. So you can see right here, trading bot, spot trading. That is the smart way to do it. Scrolling down a little bit, you can see that they've got 11 built-in trading bots. Now, there's not only grid trading bots on Pionex. They've got dollar cost averaging bots, rebalancing bots that let you like create your own basket of assets and you choose how you want to rebalance them, and a bunch of other ones. Their trading fee is 0.1%, which is honestly pretty low for having services like these bots that do not cost an upfront fee to start. And what I also like with them is that they have over 100% of reserves. Now, if you don't know what this is a very positive thing. If you've been in crypto for a little bit, you know that this is very good. If you haven't been in crypto, just know that this means safety. Now, obviously, before starting up the trading bot, you're gonna have to do a deposit. You can do like bank transfer, debit card, which I wouldn't recommend because there's usually like a little bit of fees, like 30 cents plus 2.9%. So bank account's usually the best way. Or if you're already in cryptocurrency, you can obviously click to the left right there to receive crypto straight to the account. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and hover on trade. Now, there's a mobile app, but all this stuff I do recommend doing on computer. It's just like you'll have a bigger screen. It's easier mentally, right? Now, once you've made your deposit, you can go ahead and hover over trade and click on trading bot. Here, for instance, we're on the Bitcoin USDT pair, and you can see that it's offering me to create a new bot. And there's different things here. There's like grid trading bot, the one we're using, martingale bot, rebalancing bot, infinity grid, reverse grid, smart trade, trailing sell. We're focusing on this first one. And here is our first bot, the one with the base Pionex strategy, the base parameters, the base settings I talked about in the intro. These are actually great if you're unsure how to do settings of these bots because, well, they're back tested, meaning they're tried and true, and they give you these backtest APYs. Now, keep in mind, there's APR and there's APY. So APR is non-compounded, APY is compounded interest. Over a year running this one, for instance, you could be earning 30%, or running this one, you could be earning 188%, which kind of insane, but I mean, it is definitely possible. Anyways, here are the results for bot number one, the one with the Pionex settings that we just saw, running on Bitcoin for just under 10 days. I think it's 9 days and 23 hours, right? First of all, here were our settings. I started the bot at a Bitcoin price of $82,869.94 with 59 grids. Now, this amount of grids was automatically input by Pionex. The lower Bitcoin price limit was $71,974.83 with an upper price limit of $96,947.70. Here are the results. After 10 days, we've made an arbitrage profit, meaning the bot actually trading $3.57 of trading profit, which is 1.07%. Furthermore, we've got a holding profit of $1.98. This gives us a yearly APY of just under 40% at 39.42, and the estimated profit is $5.56. But you got to run a bit more math to know the actual exact profit. So let's do that right now. We started with $333 at this price, $82,869.94, which means if you had bought Bitcoin at that price, you'd have bought 0.0040183 Bitcoin, which would currently be worth $336.12. But since our bot did the arbitrage and every time it did a trade, we gained 1.86 cents, which might not sound like much, but over time it does add up. We actually beat the market. The Pionex settings did better than just buying and holding. And not only better by 0.72%, almost 1% in 10 days, better than just buying and holding. So the first bot with the Pionex settings actually profited. Very happy with that. For bot number two, the one with ChatGPT running on ETH. Now, I did say the market has been pretty bad lately. It's been pretty shaky. So this is exactly what I asked ChatGPT. And this, by the way, is ChatGPT 4.0. Is that what it's called? Basically the plus version, the premium version that I paid for, because I wanted to make sure that no one could say, hey, it's the free version, so that's why it messed up or whatever. So I asked this to ChatGPT premium version. I've got 333 USDT to run a spot grid trading bot on ETH. Give me the optimal range for a duration of 7 days, because I thought that I'd run the bots for 7 days. We ended up doing 10. Anyways, here's what it replied. Given your investment of 333 USDT and a 7-day trading horizon, here's an optimized setup for your ETH/USDT spot grid trading bot. So it wanted me to do the lower limit at $1,750 and the upper limit at $1,830. Its rationale was this range encompasses recent price movement, allowing the bot to capitalize on typical market fluctuation with a number of grids set at 10. So what happened? Well, the next day, like, the market dumped, like, honestly dumped very hard, and it went out of position. We went from our lower price range of $1,740 all the way down to under $600. And so I asked ChatGPT, what do we do? We're down like $33.58. This is not good. And I said, here's the data for the ETH bot you helped me set parameters for. It's currently out of range. What do you suggest? What ChatGPT suggested was option one. There were two options, but I chose to go with this one, which is best if you're still short-term bullish on ETH and you want the bot to keep trading. Yes, we want the bot to keep trading. So stop the current bot and restart with a new range around the current price. The new suggested range was $1,500 to $1,650 with 10 to 15 grids. This will allow the bot to reactivate and start trading again within the new price channel. You'll realize the current loss, but it will get the bot back to work, which honestly I thought was not a bad decision. That's something that I would have done myself, taken the loss and readjusted my range. So honestly, props to ChatGPT on this one. But here's what happened. So obviously once we took the loss, we had less of an investment. We lost like pretty much $30 on closing that other bot. But ETH really stayed in the range between $1,500 and $1,650 for the next couple days until actually like today, which means it did a bunch of trading. And let me remind you, this bot trades 24/7, even when I'm sleeping. So in arbitrage, meaning in trading value, it made a profit of $20.66. And currently, its holdings are down $2.03. So that gives us a net profit of $18.64. But you got to remember, there's math to do on this because it did lose money. So if you had bought $333 of ETH at the price we started the bot at, which was $1,789.63, you'd have 0.18607 ETH, which currently is worth $293.54 if you had held. But Grid Trading Bot does some good stuff. Because remember, there's arbitrage, it's trading. Here are the actual results. The balance right now of that bot is $321.49, which is way over what we just saw. Should have been $293.54 if you just held. So ChatGPT actually beat the market. It made it, which is crazy for me to say, but after realizing pretty much a 10% loss, it actually beat the market by 9.52% in 10 days. That is insane. Like a good trader, a good Wall Street trader is happy if he makes like 8% a year. This is kind of insane. Now, the real question is, did GPT clap my cheeks or did I clap his servers? So let's check out mine with my own parameters that I set to run on Solana. Okay, let's do it. My bot, my settings on Solana. First of all, how did I decide which parameters I wanted to use, which settings I wanted to fill in? Now, obviously, if you're new to like these trading bots and whatnot, I would recommend going with the Pionex settings, the automatic like AI settings that they have. But here's how I decided mine, right? I looked at the chart and then I use an indicator. This one, you can see the yellow bars and the blue bars, which is VPVR, or Volume Profile Visible Range. What this indicator is actually showing me right now is at what price does most of the trading volume happen? Because our goal with the bot is to stay in a range where there's most volatility, most trading happening, right? So let's say I broke it down to like 1 hour candles, right? That most of the volume, most of the trading is happening right here between these major bars. So let's call it between like 121 to like 134. Now, obviously at the time of setting mine up, this looked different. Like if I zoom out, these bars are going to change as well because it's going to be based on how much of the chart you're showing. So you have to be careful to select the correct time frame and know kind of what you're doing. So I opened the bot when Solana was $118.19. My price range was 112 to 131. That would have given me 2.8174 Solana, which are currently worth, if you had bought that amount of Solana at that price, it would be currently worth $355.48. Now, the market's been real shaky, and so over the next couple days, I've been editing my price range. I wanted to make sure that my bot was trading, that I was getting that sweet, sweet arbitrage profit, and that it was going to be profitable and beat ChatGPT's servers, right? So, how do we do? Our total arbitrage profit was $16.85. Our holding profit was actually negative $11.59. Our total profit is $5.26, meaning that our base investment of $333 actually went up to $338.26. Sorry, not 28. But I got clapped. I actually, ChatGPT beat me and the market beat me. If I had just bought $333 of Solana and held it, I would have more dollar value than the $338.26. It doesn't feel good. Honestly, it does not feel good because I paid for ChatGPT Premium and I really thought I was going to beat it. I really thought so. I didn't even beat the market. I did not lose dollar value. We're up in dollar value. So technically, I made more money, but I didn't make as much as I could by just buying Solana and holding it. That's because I edited the price range too much and the market's been kind of like crazy all over the place lately. If I had gone with a wider range, I'd be in profit and I would probably have beaten ChatGPT. Now, the real question is, if you had bought and hold those cryptocurrencies at the price we started the bots, would you have made more money than running the bots? So in simple terms, did running the bots actually net us a profit compared to just buying and holding cryptocurrency? Well, if you had bought and held, these are the amounts that you'd be left with. The total dollar value of your holding of $1,000 would be $985.14. So you'd be down almost $15. Now, with the bots, our total dollar value ending is $998.31. And now you're going to say, well, SMOKLM, yeah, you lost like almost $2. I can already hear you guys start to comment, SMOKLM, you actually like almost lost $2. Like, you started with 1,000, you're down to like 998.31. Yes, but in case you haven't been keeping an eye on the markets, I mean, that's the difference. The difference is around $13.17. By using these spot grid bots, we beat the market. And that's with obviously my parameters, my settings not doing that good. So in my book, this is a huge win. As I said in the beginning of the video, I'm doing a giveaway of $100 to 10 lucky winners. So that's $10 for each person. In order to participate in that, all you have to do is click the link down below. That is a referral link to Pionex.us. KYC, deposit $100 and start a trading bot. Then on the 23rd of April, so I believe in around like 1 week, I'll choose 10 winners to send $10 to. And in order for me to send that to you, all you have to do is hover right here and copy this UID, this user ID, and paste it down below in the comments so that I can transfer that from my account to yours. Now, if you're not a US citizen and you can't sign up to Pionex.us, I'm sorry, but you can't enter the giveaway. What you can do though is go ahead and sign up to Pionex.com if you want to try the spot trading bots for yourself, or even the futures trading bots, which can be insanely profitable. I've got a friend actually on the future trading bots a couple weeks back. And I mean, look at this trade. Yeah. On that note, it was your boy Marcel, aka SMOKLM. I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll catch y'all in another one. Peace.